So starting in a seated position, you'll just inhale your arms overhead and bring them back down a few times. Quick little warm up, just getting your lungs ready. And then on your second or third time, you'll reach over with your right hand on your left wrist and do a gentle side bend over to the right, feeling your left side body opening up. Holding for a few breaths. When you're ready, switch to the other side, grabbing your right wrist with your left arm, kind of looking over your left or your right armpit or shoulder. A few breaths. And then from here, you're going to place your left hand on your right knee for a spinal twist. So your right arm will come behind your back and you'll just gently look over your right shoulder, still breathing in and out a few times. Switch sides so your right hand is on your left knee. And your left arm goes back, looking over your left shoulder. And then after a few breaths here, you'll slowly work your way back up into another side bend variation in each side, just continuing warming up and loosening up the spine. So if you want, on the next side bend, place your right arm down on the ground. Just another variation. Maybe one breath, one movement here if you're a little looser. One breath, one move for a spinal twist, each direction. And then when you're ready, you'll clasp your hands behind your back, look up, and then slowly fold forward. Just a different type of shoulder opener here. I really, really love this one. If it's not in your practice, just go straight to having your arms out in front of you in your forward fold. But when you're ready, everyone will just kind of make their way into a gentle forward fold. Over crossed legs. Really feel a good stretch in your lower back. Hold for a good few breaths here. Then when you're ready, slowly make your way all the way to lying on your back. And you're going to go ahead and plant your feet, moving them kind of towards your butt some, lifting up your hips into a gentle bridge. An option to lift each leg up. Sometimes I like the way that feels, create some balance. Keep pressing your hips up, whether both feet are on the ground or not. Then, if you're feeling good too, go ahead and rock and roll your shoulders so your hands clasp behind your back underneath you. It's a really good shoulder opener here while you're still working your glutes and your backside body some. Hold for a couple of breaths, still breathing in and out. Definitely not forgetting to breathe in this pose. So bring your hips down, hug them in, give them a nice little squeeze. And then keeping them at a 90-degree angle, just kind of warming up the core area, keeping your shoulders off the ground, crunch your nose towards your knees, just a couple times. Strong core is super important to strong back. It's just all one big area, really. Four, 5, 6 crunches. Kind of enough to warm everything up. And when you're ready, go ahead and hug your knees in, roll back and forth up to a seated position, and then you'll make your way into a table pose. Getting a few cat-cow stretches in, whatever variation is fitting for you at this time. Really taking it slow, giving your back a nice stretch. Couple more, getting the kinks out. When you're ready, you're going to make your way into a neutral spine. Lift your left arm up and your right leg back, kind of like they're pulling in opposite directions, and you're slowly going to lift up and down 4 or 5 times, really with your back body doing the work. Then switch sides, so your right arm goes out and your left leg goes back. And when you're done with that side, just really quick child's pose stretch. Give your back some love. Then you'll just move into one more round of this with opposite arm and leg out, and a couple more lifts. I really like this exercise because it keeps my core engaged with the balance while still really utilizing all of your backside muscles. So when you're done with this side, you'll move to whatever opposite side you still need to do. Again, just about 4, 5, 6, whatever amount is fitting for you at this time. Then, when you're done with these, another child's pose. Really into giving my back some breathers during this practice. When you're ready, make your way to table. And you're going to place your left hand kind of under your nose some more and raise your right arm up. And then you're going to slide it through your left arm, rolling a little bit more on your right arm and shoulder once it's down, threading the needle. Your left arm can be out in front of you towards the right end of the mat, or place it behind your back, even if that's what's feeling good to you in the moment. Good couple breaths here. Another good shoulder opener. When you're ready, you'll push up with the help of your left hand, with lifting your right arm back up in the air, and then switching sides. So I like to place the hand that's on the ground a little more underneath my nose. It helps me get a deeper stretch. So your left arm will go up and then thread it through, rolling a little more on your shoulder once you get there. Still holding and breathing for a good few breaths. Then when you're ready, push up with the help of your right hand, lift your left arm back up, and make your way into just a plank pose, re-engaging that whole core body area, just for a few breaths. And then slowly make your way down to a forearm plank. I really like this as a total core exercise. Just a few breaths here, re-energizing that area. Then when you're ready, make your way to laying all the way on your stomach. Chin can go either way, just getting used to this new position. When you're ready, you're going to face your chin down, kind of on the mat, and then with your palms facing down on the mat, you'll lift with your shoulder and your back strength up and down a few times, really engaging your back muscles. Keeping your legs, I like to keep my legs on the floor for this one. It seems harder for me actually, so I feel more of a workout this way. So just a good couple times up and down, making sure you're not straining your neck and not pulling up with your head. And then when you're ready, place your chin, your cheek on the opposite way that you had it before to equal out the stretch. And then for a nice stretch, just a gentle Sphinx pose for a little bit. Relaxing way to stretch your back. And when you're ready, you go ahead and make your way to downward dog. Pedal it out some, whatever you need to do to feel that stretch in your back body, behind your legs. But then you're ready, you find stillness and lift your right leg up behind you and just scrunch your knee in towards your nose 2 or 3 times. Then after your right leg, you'll set that down. Do the same thing on your left side, lifting your left leg up, crunching knee to nose. Really feeling the core engaged here. After a couple of these, you make your way from a downward dog into just kind of sitting on your butt with your knees bent and your front of your feet face down. And for a good neck stretch, place your hands behind your head and gently just push your head down, your chin to chest, feeling a nice release in the back of your neck. Not straining, not pulling. Just letting go of some of that tension that we hold in there. After a few breaths, since you're already here, great way to move into child's pose. You can always have the option of placing your arms by your legs more on the opposite direction. Just another way to feel the stretch, gives your shoulders a break. And after a few breaths, you'll slowly find your way into a seated position, whatever way you need to get there. Walk, hop, whatever you need to do. And then you're going to work your way into a cow face pose. So you'll stack your left knee on top of your right knee with aiming towards getting the tops of each foot on the floor on the outside of your hips. So I usually like to start it with leaning in a little because it really feels the stretch in my hips. Then you can stay in this position, or if you want, you'll take your left arm overhead and bend it behind you so your palm is facing on your back, and then you reach your right arm around to grab the left hand, or whatever's close. They don't even have to grab. So another nice shoulder back opener while you're still opening up your hips. So remember to breathe. It can be a anxious pose with a lot of things going on, so breathe a good couple times and then slowly unravel and make your way to the other side, stacking your right knee over your left knee, leaning in some to feel the stretch at first, and then maybe staying right here, or if and when you're ready, you'll move into your right hand overhead and grabbing it with your left hand behind your back. And feeling that double back opener, hip opener, back opener, shoulder opener. Still breathing. So when you're ready here, really focus on taking your time getting out of this pose. Just slowly twist out, do whatever you need to do to to unravel, and then make your way into a wide-legged forward fold. Should feel good on those hips again, releasing some of that tension, letting your head just relax. Couple good long breaths here, winding down. And after a few breaths in a wide-legged fold, put your legs together, straighten them out in front of you, and then just do a forward fold over straight legs. Grab your toes, back of your feet, your calves, the floor, whatever you need to. Use a band. It's just important to feel that hamstring stretch behind your legs. Still part of your back body, still affects your back, your spine, everything going on back there. Take a good couple breaths, looking forward, really try not to round your back. And when you're ready, you'll plant your feet kind of on the ground, and then place your hands behind your hips, and you'll lift up into reverse plank. If that's not available, then bend your knees, plant your feet, and do a reverse table. Hold for a couple breaths, still breathing here. Lower down, and then just another back bend. Can do bridge again, like in the beginning, or if you're ready for wheel, you'll place your hands kind of by your ears, above your shoulders, and lift up slowly into wheel. If it wheel, try to work to straighten your legs a little bit more. And then I like, sometimes if I'm feeling good, a couple slow push-ups, moving my head towards the ground. If I feel I need to give my arms a little bit of a workout. But keeping wheel, keeping bridge, supported bridge, anything is good in this case. When you're ready after your pose, just head down, hug your knees in. And just plant your feet about more than hip width in front of you, kind of mat distance, like each foot on each side of the mat. And you'll just move your knees back and forth to the left, to the right, like a windshield wiper would. Great stretch in the hips and lower back. After a few times going back and forth, make your way eventually into where your left foot is planted, knee up, and your right foot is going to be on the left knee. You're going to grab somewhere on your left leg, thigh, calf, whatever, and stretch, pull forward your left knee in as far as you can go. You can keep your left foot planted. You can lift your leg up in the air. You don't even have to grab behind your leg. You can just keep your right knee on your right foot on your left knee. Feel that outside of your quad hip area stretch. Switch legs, so your right foot is planted and your left foot is on your right knee. You can grab behind, stretch up. Sometimes it helps to push the bent knee out. And after a few breaths, go ahead and lay all the way on your back, straight legs. And pull in your right knee and kind of move it so it's more on the outside of your rib cage, so more towards your right armpit, and rotate it around some if that feels good. Go in each direction. Just again, giving that hip some love. Keep a lot of tension in there. Good to open it up some. And once you're done with the right side, bring your left knee in and do the same thing. Rotate it around, keep it outside of your rib cage. Pull it down gently towards your left armpit some. Feel a good hip stretch, hip opener. Letting your breath go. Just relaxing at this point. And take whatever remaining move you still need to do or that your body's kind of craving. I like to throw in a happy baby after a lot of back work. Feels good on my spine, feels good on my hamstrings, my lower back, my shoulders. Kind of gets all areas for me. And then when you're ready, give your knees one last hug. You can end with a gentle spinal twist, keeping your knees together and placing them to your right side. I like to look over my left shoulder in this position. And when you're ready, you'll just bring your knees back to the center and place them on your left side. Maybe move your head's facing over your right arm. Same way you kind of did on the other side. Feeling a very gentle spinal twist here. And whenever you're ready, make your way into your final resting pose. Sometimes I like a reclining butterfly before I stretch my legs out long. And for a final savasana, I suggest laying here for a good 3 to 5 minutes, if not longer if you had it, and just relaxing your body. Letting go of any breath that you still had. Thanks, everyone. Namaste.